Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at fractions and multiplying them. A couple of things to get out of the way first of all. As I'm working from home to set these problems, you can see I've got this watermark here which says Smart Notebook Basic Version. So we're zoomed out a bit so we can see everything absolutely fine. Hopefully that'll go in the next few days. I've got some people looking at it. The other thing is at several points I'm going to ask you to pause the video and then try and do things. So just check that you can do that now. If you pause it and then resume it, does everything work okay? If you can't pause it, it's not a huge problem, but there'll be several times where you're going to want to think about the answer before you give it. For example, we've got this problem here. Just having a look at it, we've got a classic conversation cartoon between two of our characters. The red person here says, for 1/4 times 3, the answer is 3/12. I just multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3. Remember, the numerator is the top number and the denominator is the bottom number. Whereas the person over here says, hang on, I think we can simplify 3/12. You would simplify it to 1/4. Now I know that can't be right. So pause the video here and see if you can figure out what's going on. What should the answer be and what mistakes might they have made? Well, if you've paused the video and you've had to think about it, probably you'll realise by now, because we've done these problems a lot whenever we do the arithmetic test on a Friday, that all you do is you multiply by the numerator. You don't multiply the denominator. And in fact, the way I like to think of it is like with money. But we can also show this if we just did a simple model here. Let's say we took a bar and we split that into quarters. Then, of course, if I've got 3 of these bars, just copy that and paste it. Oops. Copy that and then paste it, and then paste it again. So now we've got 3 of them. Of course, if I've got 1/4 3 times, then what I have here is I've got 1, 2, 3 quarters overall. Of course, I can just move this. So I've got 3 quarters. Makes sense, right? 1/4 times 3 equals 3 quarters. But this isn't the only representation, and probably the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that since our learning objective is to multiply a unit fraction, that's one of these, to get an answer less than 1, we're going to be in this sort of range. We're going to be dealing with quite small fractions today. Looking at this one, what if we use a different model? So before we used the chocolate bar model, now we're using more of a pizza model, although of course in this case it's a flour. Well, it's a similar idea. If we've got 1/3 times 2, we can have 1, 2, the answer will be 2/3. And of course we can move this over here if we want, just to say it's 2/3. Nice and simple and straightforward, shouldn't give you too many problems. Please do email me if you're not getting this at all. Looking at this one here, again, pause the video, think about how you do this. It's even better if you could do this on a piece of paper. If you've got one, draw one yourself. How would we do 1/4 times 3 and 1/5 times 4? What are our answers going to be? Well, again, if we've tried it, we should find that we've just got 1/4 shaded in 3 times, will of course be 3 quarters. The denominator is not changing here. And again, this is 1/5 times 4, so it's just going to be fifths. And it'll be done 1, 2, 3, 4 times to give us 4/5. Again, an answer less than 1. Okay, moving on. What about things like this? 1/6 times 5. I don't think we even need the representation here. I think we should be able to figure out by now. This is of course going to be 5/6. And I'd like you to try your own one here. When you're sending in your work today, please send me a picture showing where you've done this, creating your own calculation. With this one, of course, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So use that in your calculation there. Now, here's the main task you have to do. I'd like you to get a bingo board, make a grid like this, it's 4 by 4, and simply fill it up with proper fractions. You can do your own. I'm going to do a few here just for example. So you have 1/4, 1/2, 1/3, let's say 2 quarters, 3/5. It can be anything up to tenths. So 5/8, You get the idea. And once you've done this, then we're going to look at some of these problems underneath. Let's say 2/3, 2/5. I'm going to say 3/5 as well. 4/10, 6/10 as well. Why not? I don't have 2/3. Let's put 2/3 in there. 9/10, I think. 3/10. And I haven't got any sevenths. Let's do something for a seventh. I don't know if we're going to get any sevenths, but it's worth putting in. So once you've filled up this board, and again, pause the video so you've got a board. You can copy mine if you like, or just do your own. Then unpause the video, and what you'll find is that underneath here we've got these problems. So I'm going to open them up, and we'll make these a bit bigger. Because I know some people were saying yesterday they struggled to see some of the things here. Let's see if we can't get that down here. There we go, that's a lot better. Then work out all these, write them down, and if you've got your bingo board here, tick them off if you get them. So let's do one together. If we've got this, sorry, let's get rid of the hide thing. This is embarrassing, I can't find the hide remove bit. Okay, let's just do the first one where we write it then, I guess. If we've got 1/3 times 2, then we can do 1/3 times 2, nice and simple. That's going to be 2/3, so then I would tick off my 2/3 on my bingo board. Should make sense. Try all these, see what you get. Good luck, and don't forget to email me your answers, or if you can't figure out the email, you can take a picture and upload it onto Power Mash. Good luck, let me know how you get on.